Hey everyone, happy April and welcome to the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. My name is Debbie and today we are doing, for the month of April, a reading for our fire signs, for our Aries, Leo, and Sagittarian friends. So welcome if you are new and welcome back if you are a subscriber. So we're going to do a general reading for the collective of fire signs, and then I will break down each individual fire sign. So today we're using the Spirits and Shadows deck. We're looking into what we're moving out of and what we're moving towards. I'm just going to take my bracelets off. Earth Magic by Stephen Farmer. And I use these for the general reading for the month of April. Marianne Williamson Miracle Cards. And then our traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. So let's get started. And yeah. Let's see, in general, what are our fire signs, right? Fire is the first sign of the zodiac wheel, right? It's the first element of survival, right? So without fire, the sun, the heat, we would not be able to survive. So they are the trailblazers. So what are the fire signs moving out of in the month of April? This kind of feels like a fresh start, like a new beginning. We're almost at the end of the retrogrades. We have the journey. Look at that. It looks like an old-fashioned ship that looks like the sails are a little tattered. That looks like there's a stormy sky there. So I'm going to go into my definitions of this deck. This deck does not have a book, so you have to download it. So let me just see what it says about the journey. All right, and this associates with the Fool in the tarot deck, right? The first sign, moving forward, taking a journey with very little information, right? So let's see what this journey is all about. The journey, keywords, travel, vacation, movement, which is very fitting, right, for our fire signs. We love adventure. We are fire, so there's a lot of movement. And if you saw the reading for the general collective for the month of April, the Four of Swords came out at the bottom of the deck. So, vacation, like take some quiet time for yourself. And this says, the journey is physical movement. It can be a brief change of scenery or weekend getaway, a vacation or long-term travel. You may relocate for a job or move into a new home. The journey can portend, P-O-R-T-E-N-D, a long-distance relationship in your future. So for some of you, you may have had a lot of activity, and maybe that's what you're moving out of. Or maybe you're moving out of stagnancy. Maybe you felt like you've been really stuck. I have felt really stuck lately. So maybe you've been feeling really stuck and you're moving out of that energy of being a little too grounded, right? Or just a little lack of movement. So Earth Magic, Stephen Farmer. We're moving into here. So that looks like choppy waters there, right? And the boat is kind of tossing and turning. And fire signs, we can be a little, we can get like a little bored, right? We can get like a little antsy. Okay, 3 cards came out, so I'm not going to take all 3. I'll reshuffle, because that's going to be a lot of cards for us. Yeah, so let's do this again. So we can get a little antsy, right? We can get a little fidgety in our seats. We can get a little impatient, a little impulsive. That's the fire energy. That is the heat. That is the passion. So let's see, where are we moving to? Wolf, instinct. It looks like an arc over there. There are mountains in the background. So this reminds me a little bit, and we'll see what comes up in the collective reading and then in the individual readings. It looks a little bit like the Ten of Cups or the Six of Swords. Maybe more not Ten of Cups, Eight of Cups. Because this is instinct, this is intuition. If we've been feeling stagnant in our life or stuck or uninspired or we've been lacking inspiration, I think that's changing. We're tuning into our intuition and the true nature of our internal instincts, right? Moving forward, this is going to be very interesting. Let me see what the book says about this. It is the wolf. So if anyone associates with the wolf as your spirit animal, any of our fire signs, this is a confirmation for you. Wolf, and it says instinct. Some of the strongest characteristics of our brother and sister wolves are loyalty, companionship, playfulness, and affection. They are exceptional parents and take great care of their young. We see similarities to wolves and domesticated dogs, particularly in certain breeds. Yet these tamed and distant relatives have long ago transferred their loyalty and pack behaviors to humans. Yet wolves are still carnivorous, wild animals, surviving by seeking out whatever food is available that meets their dietary needs. This is instinctually driven and is the most basic and natural drive that all living things possess. Over the centuries, the encouragement of civilization into the wolves' natural territories and periodic scarcity of game have prompted these beings to hunt wherever they could, which at times includes a rancher's or farmer's cattle or sheep. This, in turn, has triggered a desire for revenge by these people so that they hunt and kill wolves, which has decimated their ranks. It's the so-called civilized world clashing with the world of the wild and instinctual. And we kind of see that in today's world, a clashing of the way things, authenticity in the way things should be, and the need for power and greed, right? And it's in all areas, not just not in just the political arena, right? But in a lot of areas. So let's pull out our tarot cards. And let's see what the tarot holds for our fire signs. So if we are moving into instinct, or going back into our instinct, we are on the journey of moving away from stagnancy and boredom, adventure, passion, creativity. What does this hold for our fire sign friends? What does all this mean breaking down? First card is face down. Second card came up, Queen of Cups. Instinct, intuition. It's not surprising, right? It's not surprising. Although fire signs can be very impulsive, we are also very instinctual. We are very tuned in to our higher self or to the divine forces of the universe. So it's not surprising that this came up. So let's see what else does the tarot hold for our fire signs as we move forward. 2 cards face down. And we will pull, there's 4 cards, we'll pull 2 more, maybe 3 more. The cards are face down. Most of them are face down today, except for the Queen. Of course, the Queen, you know, she likes to have herself seen. She's accomplished a lot, right? So this could also be a reflection of your self-accomplishments. Even though the 6 of Wands, as far as I know, was not here, unless if it's face down. Embrace your accomplishments, right? Maybe that's part of your journey. Get this out of the way. We have the Hanged Man, right? Taking our time, contemplating, right? Not moving too quickly. Okay, that's it. The card on the bottom is a Chariot. If you were here yesterday, the Chariot came out in the reading. the Lovers. Instinct, compassion, love, intuition. This can mean your relationship, your loving relationship, your partner relationship. This can also mean your relationship with yourself. Let's see what else comes out. Strength. Leo, right? This is for the fire signs, and the Leo comes right on out. Choices. What choices are you making that are serving you? Now, I did a meditation the other day for myself. And one of the things that came out for me was, take care of yourself first. And I've been pretty good at doing that, but sometimes it gets pushed aside. So I'm reminded to take care of myself first. This could be self-care, surrounding your people. This is Archangel Gabriel. Surrounding yourself with people who are nurturing to you, who keep you balanced, right? Who are aligned with you. And mountains in both of these. We start off with some rocky waters, right? Coming out of the turbulence of the sea and getting a little more grounded. The mountains in both cards, right? A little more grounded. And on the back of the Stephen Farmer card is the Tree of Life. So getting a little more grounded, tuning into our instinctual nature, leaning into our heart center and allowing ourselves to feel the feelings of the heart. Strength. And the Strength card, again, is about balance, just as the Lovers are. This is balance. This is strength and softness at the same time. Ace of Cups, the Magician, the Hanged Man. So for some of you, this is a new relationship. And if you've been in a relationship, or if you're coming out of a relationship that has been uncertain, that has made you feel like your life has been thrown upside down, and you're starting to lean into your instincts and you know that that's not right for you, harmony is coming, right? Harmony is coming. Look at the beautiful, brilliant sun above as they're divinely guided into harmony and groundedness and plentiful. I mean, the trees are all in bloom. The sun is shining. The grass is green. Intuition. Starting at your heart. Having the strength, maybe for some of you, to be vulnerable. Right? Fire signs don't like always to be vulnerable. Like, we put on this big facade, and when we get upset or frustrated, we just kind of blow up the fire. We turn up the heat, and we can kind of singe things that we feel are threatening to us. But that's done, right? We don't need to do that anymore because we're leaning into ourselves. The cup is always flowing in your favor. The cup runneth over, and you don't have to worry about the cup ever emptying, because it will never empty for you. The Magician, you have everything that you need. We have, out of these 6 cards, 4 major arcanas. We have the Lovers, the Strength, the Hanged Man, and the Magician. You have everything that you need. And all of these cards, every single card is bright and beautiful. The question was, what are we coming out of? What are we moving away from? We're moving away from turbulence. And we're moving into a journey of light and happiness and abundance and love and self-knowing. Knowing that we have everything with us. And all of these cards, look, everything is in bloom. Pomegranates, right? Prosperity. Everything is in bloom. We are moving from this darkened phase to everything being lighter and brighter. I mean, really, this is just what comes up. Oh, sorry. So fire signs in general, there's a bright future waiting for you, and you can handle this. You can handle moving from some turbulence, taking on a new journey, even not knowing exactly where it's going to lead you, because you're divinely guided. The infinity symbol right above her head, as she makes friends with what would be considered fearful, a lion in the right, a lion in the landscape, considered something to be fearful of. And maybe this is a sign for some of us fire signs. I am a fire, we know this. To look at your fears, and instead of letting them control you or hold you back, ask, what is my lesson here? Your lesson is take a moment for yourself. You have absolutely everything that you need. I mean, absolutely everything. The Chariot. You are moving forward in balance, the black and the white. You don't know where you're going, but you have balance. This is another major arcana. And then last one, Six of Wands. This could be public recognition, or you are recognizing for yourself everything that you've done, everything that you've accomplished, everything that you have been through. So my fire signs. Beautiful reading. I'm going to pull now a card from the Marianne Williamson Miracle Cards deck. It's a beautiful deck. It's a deck that I don't always use. So I was called to use it yesterday and today. So let's see. I pulled a card for myself yesterday as well for my personal reading, because I do them as well for myself. So for the collective, what do we need to know? For the fire sign collective, for this passion, for this heat, for this, we are ready to move forward. We're ready to journey out of the dark into the light. And we have goal setting with a again, light colors, right? Golden staircase, right? Golden chariot. Gold around the magician. Gold around the crown chakra, leaning into your higher self. Golden strength. Divinely guided by Archangel Gabriel. Goal setting, and it says, for the miracle worker, the peace of God is our only goal. We detach from what things look like and embrace the love that is always present. That is the rock on which we stand. So I'll say that again. We detach from what things look like, from how they appear, and embrace the love that is always present. That is the rock on which we stand. The love that is always present. So this is your general reading for all of our fire signs. And we will break this down now for each individual sign. And we will... Okay, so we're going to put this away. We already know where we're coming from and where we're going to. So let's pull out our Stephen Farmer deck. You know what? No, I'm going to pull out for our air. This is for our Aries folks. Keepers of the light. So what is guiding our Aries? What guidance is present for our Aries signs as they move into this new phase? And again, this is a really big new phase for so many. So, yeah, embrace the unknown. And again, the back of these cards, as in the general reading, just golden light, right? Nothing but golden light. So, my fire friends, turn up the heat. Let your light shine. Just let those flames get a little higher. So, for our Aries friends, what guidance do they have as they move forward? As they are the trailblazers for our astrology. Master Jesus. Forgiveness. Of course, right? And it says, you are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Farther healing is possible at this time. You're on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. So this talks about father healing. This could also be yourself as well, right? Forgiving yourself. So let's see what this says. Beautiful artistry. So this is for our Aries. You're on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. A man who needs no introduction. Through both the Gospels and the Gnostic Gospels, we have come to know Jesus as a great teacher, loving guide, and generous soul who accepts us all. Although he is the focal point of Christianity, he will respond to anyone who reaches out to him. He helps us overcome sacrificial love when we have to leave something behind in order to get the love we want. And that kind of goes in alignment with the Marianne Williamson card, right? We detach from what things look like and embrace the love that is. I love how these things just fall into place. He is also the light keeper we can call on for support with forgiveness. He reminds us that our connection to love is the most important connection we will ever create. His twin flame is Mary Magdalene. So forgiveness is an act of self-love. You are encouraged to know that whatever you have done to yourself or to others, the divine is not condemning you. You don't have to forget what happened, but you no longer need to allow your whole story to be defined by a situation that doesn't support your happiness. I just kind of went through this myself a little bit. I was someone I dated like when I was 17, back 100 years ago. Found out something terrible about them. And that's not the person who I dated back then, but detachment thing. And like forgiving myself, right? Although I was not even a part of the situation, but still. So forgiveness, forgiving yourself. And we've heard about this, but forgiveness is not forgetting and is not like letting the person off the hook. It's saying that your actions that you did, they're no longer affecting me in my future. I'm no longer going to let them hold me back. I'm no longer going to allow them to incite fear. The strength card that we had, right? I'm no longer afraid of that. I am going to look at that fear and thank it for setting me free. There's a lot to be said here. If you want more clarity on that, drop a note in the comments and I'll be happy to help you out. This is, again, we are for Aries here. We're going to pull 3 cards for our Aries and just see what path is unfolding for our Aries friends. This is very interesting. I love how all this stuff just kind of works itself out, right? Face down card. And this is the back of the cards, by the way, if you want to see. It's like a starry sky. Dark blue with the beautiful golden stars shining. Aries, I just wonder if you're pretty well set, or maybe you need some time because your cards are really slow to come out today. We'll see. Okay, 3 cards for Aries. King of Swords. Right. Jesus. Right? And the King of Swords. 10 of Cups. The Tower. So this is really, really good. You have 1 major arcana card here. So King of Swords. You are moving forward with your thoughts intact. You are moving forward with a definite plan. You are a little more grounded in how you navigate this. You're not rushing in. You're being a little more, you've learned from the past. And maybe this forgiveness has broken free something within you that's no longer holding you back. You've learned from the past. So impulses are now taking a step back. Because you know where you're going. You know that this abundance, again, golden lights, right? Bright cards. I know we have the Tower, but we'll get to that. Fulfillment, abundance. Again, cups are associated with love and intuition and compassion. The ultimate is love. You know exactly where you're going. This Tower, it's no big deal. You see how the lightning is hitting like the top of the tower or the crown? It even looks like the crown has been pulled off. For some of our Aries friends, this could be like an aha moment, like leading into your spirituality or the belief system that you have outside of yourself. And it's finally starting to make sense. Now, we know things that can make sense to us internally, we can't always, it's really hard sometimes to verbalize. And for some of you, this is where you're going. If you're having these moments, you're going, oh my gosh, like you're taking off the boundaries, right? In that forgiveness, what has kept you capped or kept you at a place where you can't go any further, you're choosing to open yourself up because you have learned so much about your strength and your ability, and now you know exactly what it is that you want. We'll pull a Marianne Williamson card for our Aries friends, and then we will go on to Leo. Aries, great reading, and I say this all the time though, even if it seems to be a little daunting. But again, there's a little work for Aries to do, right? If you're pulling off find that top layer, because to reach this abundance, you have to lean into your limitlessness, getting rid of the limits that are holding you back or that have been put into place, maybe not even by you, but by your belief system or by people that have been influential in your life, that no longer you're saying you no longer have a say. Crying is okay, right? And this could be part of this, right? When you start to peel off that final layer, it's like a relief, and it is a release. And sometimes crying is just a way to get it out. And see how the water drops, the water splashes up? That looks a little bit like a crown, right? The happiest life can have sad days. It's always okay to cry. So some of you may be mourning the life that you had from living for yourself. Once we come into an awareness, sometimes you get a little sad, like, why didn't, and this could be a little where that self-forgiveness comes in. Why didn't I do this before? Like, how did I not know this? You weren't meant to know it until you're meant to know it. So mourn the fact of what you didn't know before. Forgive yourself and use that to allow you to know who you are, to move into your abundance, your limitlessness, because you now are removing everything that's in the way of you moving into your fulfillment. So Aries, I hope that is helpful for you. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'm always happy to address them. And if you would like a deeper dive for yourself, I'm just going to do these a quick shuffle. Then my email should be in the comments. I say that and then sometimes I forget. And we will go a little deeper for you. Leo. My Leo friends, keepers of the light. Who is guiding our Leo friends at this time as they move forward into the lightness that they are, leading with their hearts always, right? Leos have big hearts, and generally their body structure, they have slightly broader shoulders. They have a larger girth in their chest because they have a lot of love to give. And that can't be contained in a tiny little space, right? So Leo is very generous of the heart for sure. Let's see here. We have a beautiful day today. It is sunny. We had major storms come in last night. We had tornado warnings. It was a whole big to-do last night. So I'm glad to see that the temperatures are cooler, but it's a beautiful day. It's a sunny day out. So I'm going to make sure I get out and enjoy the sunshine today. I hopefully that you do that as well. Okay. Card came out, Isis. Magic manifesting. Oh, so beautiful. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Look at that beautiful card. So just look at the wings like on top of her. So this is related to Egyptian mythology. So if anyone follows Egyptian mythology, if the wings are calling out to you, she also has their snakes on the top. See these here? So some of you, maybe the snake, you see snakes around, or maybe a snake is your spirit animal or guiding you or coming in. This is the year of the wood snake for the Chinese astrology, and that is about transformation, right? Shedding off the old, bringing in the new. So snakes are nothing to be afraid of, although I grew up with snakes in our yard. We were a very rural country area. But now as an adult, I'm not too happy to see snakes. Isis. Isis is a strong, smart, and focused Egyptian winged goddess. According to legend, she was able to move from darkness to light and in between the underworld, heaven and earth. For that reason, whenever she comes to us, she will help us move from the hell of our own fear into the heaven of our own love. She was also able to revive her lover Osiris from the dead, and this powerful allegorical story shows how she can help us revive an aspect of our life or a dream that we may have killed off with fear or lack of self-belief. With her magical abilities, Isis will guide us to bring our dreams into reality. Oh, Leo, I love this. I love this. And I say this about a lot of signs. Some of my favorite people are Leos. So VG, if you are seeing this, my friend, this is for you. For sure, and VG is very magical. I love her dearly. Let's see what the tarot is holding for our Leo friends. I'll just kind of clear some of that out. And yeah. So, and just the colors on this, right? With the oranges and the deep purple in the background and the golden tips on the horn and the blues. And then the dark, mysterious Cleopatra-looking hair, right? So when you think of the movie Cleopatra, this is kind of the vision that you see. So let's see what the cards hold for our friends, our Leos. Oh. And Leos are the ones that are brave enough to break through, right? To move in and out of the different worlds. To dispel what is true and what's not true, the false beliefs that we have. Knight of Pentacles face up. So some of our Leo friends, a whole bunch of cards, so we won't take them. Some of our Leo friends are enterprising into self-employment or entrepreneurship. And their business is starting to grow roots and to grow a little larger. Let's see what our last card is for Leo. So those entrepreneurs out there, the Knight of Pentacles popped out face up. We have 3 of Pentacles, 2 Pentacles so far. The Moon, right? That inner reflection. Again, this is moving between the worlds, right? As Isis, moving between the dark and the light. It's very easy for you to lean into your moon self or your shadow self. And from there, you get the inspiration as to how to move forward. There's a collaboration coming up with our Leo friends. You're not working on things by yourself. There's going to be people coming in to help you out. They are going to be, some of them may not work directly with you. It may be something you see online or on TV or in a magazine that are inspiring to you. So more like, I'm getting the word muse, M-U-S-E, that's coming out. So you may find inspiration almost anywhere, right? But again, you're manifesting magic. So don't be surprised if as you start to manifest, and we still have, a little bit left of our retrograde, but it's okay. We're done the eclipses. You can start your manifesting and just see what inspiration comes your way. There may be some people coming in, but I think this is more of a muse situation. Our Leos, your businesses are starting to flourish. You're starting to get a really good footing on where you're going. And if you don't have a business in your career and in your home, there's going to be a big shift and these things, the earthly things, the grounded things, right? Our money, our home, the structures that keep us safe, even the foods that you eat. So some of you may be going through I don't want to call it big health craze, but I think you're going to start changing the way you move through this world, and you're moving in a more healthy way, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Because underneath the moon, you know what has been holding you back, and you know what you need to do to move forward, to bring these things into light. So, Leo, let's pull your Marianne Williamson card. Miracle cards. And these cards are really, really beautiful. And she has a little note in here. Well, it's on a card. She has like a really pretty note in there. And the colors are very subtle and soft. So, nice inspiration. So, what miracles are waiting for our Leo friends? Prayer. The highest level of prayer is not a prayer for anything. It is a deep and profound silence in which we allow ourselves to be still and know Him. In that silence, our hearts and minds are illuminated. That is the time of silence underneath the moon. That is our silent time. Leaning into that. Leo, I hope you have found this helpful. Lean into your inner Isis. So some of you may want to do some research on Isis if she is, if you're resonating with the energy of Isis, you may want to do some research on her and have her be one of your goddesses as your guides. Okay, Sagittarians are last of the fire signs. You're the one who starts the last of the zodiac, right? It goes into 3 sections. So Sagittarians, by the time we get to Sagittarians, they are full of something, full of energy, full of spirit. Yeah. So let's just see. And right away, Bridget, inner strength for Sagittarians. She's a Celtic goddess, I believe. She's not afraid. She's got the fire right in her hand. She's like, yeah, you cannot burn me. I'm fine. I'm a Sagittarius, right? Yeah, we can be a little full of ourselves sometimes, but always in love and lightheartedness. So let me see. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. Oh boy. And see, like, her hair is flaming orange, right? Kind of like the sacral chakra. The color of that is orange. So that's creativity. That is passion. That is being unbridled. And if you know Sagittarians, we can be very unbridled. So Bridget is a Celtic goddess of Ireland who is closely associated with fire and the time of spring. And how fitting. We are in spring. I'm telling you, this stuff just falls into place, right? She is the twin flame of Cernunnos, Cernunnos, Cernunnos. I'm going to have to look him up. She was so well loved by the Celtic people that when Christianity came to Ireland, she was adopted as a saint of holy wells and other holy places. She is a powerful figure who can help us channel our energy into something that is important for our growth. As she herself has lasted through the ages, she adds longevity to our journey so that we can reach a deep state of wholeness. You can call on her to bring her sacred flames to burn away anything that's not serving you, to bless any new projects you have in mind, and for support and fertility. Your spiritual fire is growing within. Great. And I say, oh, great, because I'm a triple fire. So, yeah, I'm all fire. Recognize that the power of your soul is greater than you think. You have come a long way since you began this journey. There is a powerful force within you, and you have the ability to create wonderful changes of your own in your own life and inspire those around you to do the same. Beware of new projects, opportunities, and fertile ideas that can grow into something larger than you may imagine. Call on the fiery goddess Bridget to light the way ahead. Saggies. And I often feel like, and I love reading tarot. I've been doing it for the dawn of ages, right? And I love teaching yoga, but I really feel that there's an internal spiritual teacher within me. We'll see. Sagittarius. Okay, what does the tarot hold for Sagittarius? As we are leaning into our inner strength and that abundance of our connectedness to the divine, to the universe, our inner Celtic goddess Bridget. Again, she's holding the fire right in her hand. She's like, yeah, you can't burn me. It's fine. I've got this. I am not afraid of my own fire. Two of Cups face up. Okay. Page of Wands. A bunch of cards are falling out, so apparently Sagittarius has a lot. So Two of Cups. Again, leaning into that intuition, going into balance and choices. Page of Wands, looking forward to a new future. Four of Wands. Water and fire. And this is more water. She's got the fire, and then there's some earth behind. So, no major arcanas. So there we go. Two of Cups. There's balance, right? There's a give and take. If you can see, like, it looks like they are exchanging chalices. All right, and you have the angel wings up here, and you have the double helix, right? The snakes, opposites coming in together, opposites attracting or finding the balance between the dark and the light. between what they have to offer and what you have to offer, sharing with one another. Again, the double helix is the snake, right? Shedding what is no longer necessary, or in this case with Bridget, burning it off, and coming into unity and harmony. And again, all of these cards, right, are all light cards. And I know Aries had the Tower, but that was a choice that they were making. It was not something put on them. They are now ready to make that choice to let go. There's a big difference between it being forced on you and you choosing. Dreaming about something different, something new, the possibilities. There's just a couple of buds on that wand. There's mountains there, fully supported, but the colors are fiery colors, right? The terracottas, I don't know, what am I thinking about? The terracottas, the orange, the vibrancy, the sacral chakra. With some greenery here, there is that dream, that spark of passion within. Because we know exactly where we're going. We know the home that we want. We know the people we want there. And it's not just a home, like it's a castle, right? Again, pomegranates adorn. Pomegranates are all about prosperity, wealth, abundance, everything you could possibly want for and more. Saggies, you're coming into your time, as are all of our signs, right? Marianne Williamson, what do you have for our Saggy friends? So if you're enjoying this, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. Sometimes you never know if the reading are resonating or not, you know, sometimes you just never know. But I keep putting this out there, and I will continue to do so, because you never know who you may touch. Like, even as I teach yoga, you don't always know who you touch until, like, somebody comes up to you and like, they've been going through something really difficult, and then they say, like, you know, it was coming to your yoga class that helped me get through like this really tough time, and they were quiet through the whole thing until they were ready to talk about it. So you never know who you inspire or what you do. And words hold power and meaning, right? So let's be kind with our words. Okay. Partners. And it says, part of working on ourselves is learning how to support other people in being the best they can be. Partners are meant to help each other access the highest parts within themselves. Sagittarians, I think you have a bigger calling, higher into the astral planes. Now, personally, I can travel from one realm to the other. I call it crossing the veil. So Saggies, if you're feeling this inspiration to take a deeper dive into your own spirituality, start small. Start by helping friends, support them, right? Just help them to be the best that they can be by encouragement. Maybe do something kind for someone that they don't expect. So my fire signs, this is your reading for the month of April. I hope you have found inspiration in this. Always any questions, comments, if this is helpful. If it's not helpful, right? I would like to know that as well, because always trying to put something out that helps you along your journey. And until next time, my fire signs, sending you light and love from my soul to yours.